Well, I suppose we have our obligatory tradition of EDP445 trying to make some level of return to the internet to some capacity. For those of you guys who are not aware of who EDP is, lucky you, actually. I don't think you're missing out on much, but I will just fill you in on who EDP is as a person. So, back in April of 2021, I guess before April of 2021, EDP had some allegations against him of messaging minors. Which, I mean, like, at the time, they didn't seem too credible because, like, there was hardly any evidence for it. The way EDP responded to it was definitely not good and making himself look good at all. He definitely was making things worse for himself. But, there wasn't any real confirmation until April 2021 when predator poachers, aka Alex Rosen, or Chet Goldstein is his other alias, they set up a sting operation. EDP was DMing on Instagram who he thought was a 13-year-old at the age of 30. He went up to meet up with them, and it's I guess it's known to a lot of people as the cupcake incident. EDP, I mean, it's a pretty open and shut case of blatant pedophilia, and EDP has made several attempts to try to come back to the internet. One of his more recent ones was in September 2024 when he made a video basically saying that minors should be punished for talking to adults. Like, technically he's not wrong in the sense that, like, yes, if I found out my kid was talking or chatting up an older person, I'd be like, knock it off. You're gonna get yourself hurt, and you are being stupid, right? The problem is that EDP's level of punishment thinks that they should be, like, in jail or something. Like, it should be the same as adults. Basically, that's what EDP was trying to communicate in that video, and that's fucking crazy. Well, apparently he's back, and Diesel Patches, I saw, like, a video, but it was by, like, this small creator, and I wasn't entirely sure if it was true, but, I trust Diesel Patches. He made a video on it. We're gonna watch his coverage of the situation.
So, it would seem that the cupcake lover himself has returned to YouTube. Once again, after illegally changing his name, he has also decided to...
Wait, did he illegally change his name? I had no idea. I guess maybe he technically did change his name because, like, there was too much baggage tied to his name. And, yeah. I mean, it probably prevented him from finding any sort of work, because I doubt any fucking employer would want to hire somebody who tried to meet up with who they thought was a 13-year-old.
To embrace a new username. He is no longer known as EDP, and is henceforth the great
Fat Boy Bigums. Old school EDP. Man, that is a name and a half.
and mighty Fat Boy Bigums. I believe his last pseudonym, after attempting to return the previous time, was the Big Cheese.
Oh yeah, the Big Cheese. This is where he made his video pretty much just like fucking saying that minors should be punished for their crimes. Again, he's trying to communicate like some level of like equal punishment for minors and adults, which is just not realistic in any stretch of the imagination.
Unfortunately, when you look like the same fat black bald man whose face is associated with child diddling, it surprisingly really doesn't matter what you change your name to. Anyways, everyone knows what this guy is notorious for, considering even mainstream news picked up the story, but in case you don't know, Fat Boy Bigums messaged someone who he thought was a 13-year-old girl. He then went to meet the fake 13-year-old in public, only to be encountered by one of the worst sting operations ever created. This all happened in 2021, and since then, Mr. Fat Boy Bigums has attempted numerous times to return to the online world.
And YouTube keeps banning him because the more accounts that he creates, the more, like, it's a form of ban evasion. And again, I don't think making new accounts is really helping his case in any capacity.
As a content creator, hoping he can win his fans back, which is it's pretty ridiculous because no one in their right mind would watch his videos while thinking to themselves,
you know, he might have tried to squash a child, but he still got it.
Now,
you'd be surprised, Diesel Patches. I mean, look at the time period we're living in now. You know, Trump's got the narrative, the insane right has the narrative, and, you know, pedophilia and grooming children is bad if you are a gay or a trans person or in any way affiliated with the LGBTQ community. But if it's the President of the United States, and if it's anyone adjacent to the President of the United States, totally fine. If it's Tectone, Totally fine. If it's Nuxtaku, who is a threat to children and has Discord servers dedicated to bombarding kids with NSFW and lolly content and grooms them into dropping out of high school and self-harming and making them go through insane mental health issues, totally fine. You know, I mean, look at the time period. I mean, like I said, if EDP got exposed now, all he would have to do is just be a right-wing grifter. And he would be fine. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, back then, like, collectively, like, we understood, yeah, EDP is a bad person. And I still think that that remains true to this day. But, like, if he got canceled nowadays, he could come up with any number of ways to come back to the limelight. Even if he had to start his own website.
Last time we talked about Cupcake Muncher, he claimed he was seeking help for his attraction to middle schoolers. I guess he stopped going to therapy because now he's deluded himself into thinking he's still a moral compass, someone we should listen to and follow for advice.
When we pass away, the only thing we really have is the legacy that we leave behind. You know what I mean?
And the legacy that you left behind is, well, it's a cupcake legacy, we'll say.
And so while we're here on Earth, you know, it's very important.
It's all cupcakes and cookies.
For us to, you know...
God, I can feel him breathing. Like, listen, I'm not the type to make fat jokes. Like, I think making fat jokes are a low blow, but, like, EDP's camera is uncomfortably fucking close to him. I can actually legitimately feel him breathing through my computer monitor.
Be good, kind-hearted people. Try the best that we can. That way, when we unfortunately pass away someday... we won't be looked at as a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you already are, though. That's the problem. You already do look like a piece of shit.
Parents don't understand discipline.
Oh, great. Now we've shifted the narrative again. We went from wanting to bang kids and just collecting to pick up a cupcake to seeking redemption and therapy for what we did, to punish the minors, to now punish the parents for what they did. This is the leaflet excuse for grooming children. This is the fucking leaflet excuse. Like, yes, should parents be more responsible for their kids? Absolutely. But these people are using this as a deflection from their own fucking heinous shit.
Yeah, I'm sure we would all love to hear his advice. A man who's not even allowed to be 50 feet from schools. I don't know.
Quite literally so.
So if Fatboy Bigums is under the impression that everyone will either just collectively forget what he did, not care, or actually buy his lie that he was just trying to get a cupcake. Actually, there are some people that are falling for his act, or they're within the category of people that just don't really care. I'm rolling. Still funny as fuck. We are...
Yeah, there are some people that legitimately just don't care. I mean... I have to point to MAGA again. MAGA doesn't really seem to care that Donald Trump is a pedophile. I mean, they make excuses for him saying there's no evidence that Trump is in the Epstein files. That's a fucking lie for several reasons. Why do you think Trump... First of all, why do you think Trump refuses to release the files? Seriously, like, why do you think he refused it? And don't give me that excuse, oh, but Biden didn't release the files. Answer the fucking question. Stop fucking deflecting. Right? Like, Donald Trump promised to release the files, and he chooses not to. Because, let's be honest, I don't think it is an unreasonable conclusion to come to say that Trump is most likely a pedophile on the Epstein list. Most likely. And in this case, like, yeah, people are just so parasocial to EDP that they're just willing to excuse, like, legitimate pedophilia and predatory behavior.
Allowing him to change. Stop holding grudges. My friend, someone tried to report your account. Please be careful. Not gonna lie, just let this dude live his life already. Like, he may be a bad person, but just let him live his life without harassment already.
Who cares if they're getting harassment? Like, this guy is a legitimate fucking pedophile. Who cares?
I really hope these are just a bunch of 10-year-old kids with...
It's either a bunch of 10-year-old kids or AI, probably. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. There's no normal person looks at EDP and goes, oh yeah, this guy's cool. This guy can exist on YouTube. He won't be a threat to kids again. EDP is a repeat offender, and not only is he a repeat offender, he got caught again, like, after meeting up with this 13-year-old. He's gotten caught multiple times trying to meet up with kids. Like, apparently he was caught talking to another 15-year-old, like, right after the 13-year-old situation.
supervised iPad time or something, because grown adults telling people to accept and move on in regards to a man who tried to hook up with a 13-year-old is kind of a massive self-report. Obviously, some of the positive comments are just fucking around, but you'll find a couple of other people exposing themselves for thinking this guy is redeemable. The only net positive to get from the Bigums channel is not from the videos themselves, but from the comment section. Yes, the jokes at his expense are funny, but nothing is more entertaining than seeing a bunch of dipshits defend and support the man who tried to hook up with a 13-year-old. W start to the channel, bro.
I don't know, man. Like I said, like, people will just have, like, diehard fans. Like, people are just, like, I don't know, man. Curious to know what EDP's politics were. I mean, like, he did use slurs. I don't even know if EDP really was political, though, necessarily. Like, I never heard him be political. I did watch his content as a high schooler and early in college because he's fucking... Like, I did find him funny. I thought he was funny in the way that he talked about shit, for sure. But, like I said, I think I stopped interacting with him a little bit after that. I don't know why. But I definitely stopped interacting with him after the fucking pedophile controversy, because that's fucking crazy, obviously.
You the goat. King. My king is back. The goat is back. He's back. The goat is finally back. The legend is back. We gonna get this page taken down too? We got a hater in the house. Man, I miss these videos. Your storytelling vids be cracking me up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we live in a time period where pedophilia just doesn't matter. Like, I mean, like, pedophilia used to matter, but, like, now pedophilia is a political position. Like, if you support pedophilia, you're most likely on the right. But if you don't, then you're either... I say centrist in quotes, but, like, a majority of centrists nowadays are just, like, biased to conservatives because, like, we don't really live in a centrist world right now. Genuinely.
I don't care what you did in the past anymore. Glad you're back.
Wow.
Salute.
Incredible stuff, clearly.
Good to see you back. Hey guys, check out my current firearm collection. Looks like the haters all suddenly went quiet. While those are all hilarious, my favorite one has to be, I've been a big fan of you since the old scammed on eBay video. It'd mean the world to me.
I don't even remember the scammed on eBay video. Was this just like EDP crashing out that he got scammed on eBay or something? Is that the extent of it?
If you could shout out my little brother out. He only has 2 months to live. Assuming this isn't a troll comment, which I'm hoping it is. I can't imagine having a dying little brother. That's gotta be very difficult. However, I cannot straight up fathom dying of cancer and then wasting my Make-A-Wish on... Just pull the plug at that point. I'm clearly not in a right state of mind.
Okay. Probably not.
A lot of the commenters.
I guess EDP's not beating the furry. And you guys call me a furry. Like, EDP's not beating the fucking furry allegations when he barks like that.
Also seem to be under the impression that Fatboy Bigums has changed for the better, and it's okay to watch him now because his takes are actually good and sound. He has good takes, guys. Maybe we should give him another chance. Yeah, I'd love to hear his opinion on the age of consent laws. Anyways,
yeah, and also the fact that, like, EDP, like, again, like, EDP is obviously just not... Like, he is actually, like, a fucking danger to society, and he is a danger to children. So, like, I don't... Like, there's no way EDP can reliably have a platform, especially if they are kids, because, like, he could message kids and get caught again. Like, obviously, the only thing I would really give EDP is the fact that he's gonna be more careful about it. He's gonna, like, maybe not message them as much because he's scared of getting caught. Not because he actually thinks what he's doing is wrong, just because he's more so scared that he's going to get caught in another sting operation again. But he's already a threat to kids, so...
Has to be like channel number 8 at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was terminated by the end of the week. Like, this fucking big-ass cockroach still cannot comprehend or understand that we don't want him online, no matter how many times we have to teach him a lesson. Make no mistake, while there are a lot of dipshit positive comments, at least most of the comment section is sound, rightfully making fun of him. This current channel was created in 2025, but to my knowledge, it didn't have any uploads until 10 days ago. So I'm honestly curious if Fatboy Bigums has made like thousands of other alt accounts just scattered around YouTube in case the most recent and most popular channel gets terminated. He has all...
He probably like sets up a bunch of alt accounts and then decides that I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. Or maybe he buys the YouTube channel from, like, other people, which is also against the terms of service. You can't buy YouTube channels from people and then own them. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get terminated for that, too.
These backups lined up. I can still see he has a cooking channel and his gaming channel. I didn't know Fatboy Bigums has a gaming channel. I wonder what his most recent upload was.
Statutory rape. 11 years ago? Is that a real video?
I guess what...
I wouldn't doubt it.
Slightly different from his last failed attempts to come back, you know, his previous terminated channels, is that Fatboy Bigums now feels confident enough to engage with the haters in the comment section, which is very bold considering anyone could just reply to him with pedo or cupcake, and he can't really say shit after that. For example, on his video about an Eagles player, someone commented, "You should change the title of the video to Football and Complaining Baby." Now, because this comment has zero references to Fatboy Bigums eating cupcakes or breaking and entering a daycare, he decides to act tough. Who the fuck is complaining? He also responded,
Wait, that's actually so funny. It's like the moment you, like, call him out for trying to meet up with who he thought was a 13-year-old, he has, like, nothing to say. He gives no commentary. He doesn't reply to those comments at all. But suddenly, like, when it's, like, not even referencing anything like that, that's what gets him to reply, because he feels confident in doing it. Wow, what a fucking pathetic loser. Holy shit.
to another comment saying that his channel will probably be terminated soon, and instead of clapping back, Bigums actually agrees. Okay, then why the fuck do you continue to upload? In one of his videos, he noted that he was...
I mean, I don't know. I wonder if EDP is going to take the strategy of, like, all the alt accounts, and, like, he has tons of them stored, but then he's just to get it, like, I feel like he still wants to say his piece, even, like, knowing that it's, like, temporary, but he still uses it as a way to say his piece and then leave, and by the time he's like, his channel's terminated, people have already heard him say his piece for whatever he thinks it'll accomplish. That's probably my best guess. I think it's a waste of time from his perspective, but whatever. I don't particularly care that he's wasting his own time. Genuinely, I don't know. Like, I have no reason to concern myself with EDP and his perspective on remotely anything in the world.
Working the night shift, so he does have a job, and if you do have a job, I suggest not uploading videos with a comment section filled with references of you being a pedo.
Probably not a good idea.
You'll also notice that pretty much all of his...
Like, after you got exposed for being a pedophile, you probably... I don't know. He probably should, like, keep on the down low, like, if he really... But he's not keeping it under wraps at all. I mean, like, I remember tons of people throughout the past few years have, like, found where EDP lives. Like, EDP moved, like, multiple times, and people were trying to find out where EDP moved to several times in the areas that he was going to, and they were letting the apartments know, and they were letting, like, they were calling, like, his places of work and his dialysis center and everything. Like, wow.
His videos are age restricted.
They're, like, trying to warn them, being like, oh, EDP is a threat to kids, because he is absolutely a threat to children.
So it can't be for the money. He wouldn't even make that much if he was monetized. Now, some people do believe that because he's age restricted on multiple videos, that means YouTube is aware he's back on the platform. However, it is possible to be age restricted without a manual review.
Well, yeah, because YouTube gets AI to review all their shit. Sometimes AI disproportionately marks sections of videos, and YouTube is, like, very terrible at clarifying why it got taken down. They'll give, like, a vague reason, and then that's it. They don't fucking elaborate on it at all.
He says all kinds of crazy shit in the first 8 seconds of his videos. That's probably what's causing it. If you're curious about the actual content itself, it is essentially the type of videos he made back in, like, the 2017, 2018 era. Same comedy, same humor. He says the word fuck every 5 seconds. Even if you still like this type of content, I cannot understand why you would still listen to him, even if his videos are still quote-unquote bangers. It's like, yeah, okay, the content is just as entertaining as the content you felt was entertaining around 2017 and 2018, but back in that era, he wasn't exposed for texting a 13-year-old. Kind of makes a difference. All of his videos are just of him ranting, and that is what he's known for. I
mean, like, these videos probably would be, like, funny if EDP wasn't, like, a legitimate pedophile. Like, I could see people still enjoying him because, like, he was a funny guy. Like, back in the, like, older days of YouTube. Like, he was definitely, like, he knew how to be a funny guy, and he played into it heavily. But again, Like, it's not really worth acknowledging any of that when he's like a legitimate pedophile, yeah.
But it's hard to enjoy or even agree with his rants when in the back of my mind, I know the guy ranting tried to get with a minor. No matter what he rants about, he's always going to be worse than what he's complaining about. My neighbor is so crazy. Yeah, well, he probably at least didn't try to touch any kids.
Probably not. But anyway, yeah, EDP is trying to return to YouTube, and it's not going to be very long before he is gone from YouTube, and then tries to return again inevitably at some point down the line. Give it another year or two.